Why? That have been focused for 3 years on impeaching the president. Fortunately, that comes to an end on Wednesday.
So, Ajmer, how many Democrats do you think could vote to acquit the president on at least one of these charges?
I would expect that with regard to the second article, the idea of obstruction of Congress, I will be very surprised if there aren't more than just a few Democrats that vote to acquit on that. It's so.
And you think that's possible, that a couple of Democrats could actually vote to acquit the president?
I think the evidence is so strong with regard to both articles, but when you have constitutional scholars that are Democrats that saying it's essentially an admission of constitutional illiteracy to say that the separation of powers is an impeachable offense, I think you're going to see a number of Democrats peel off. That was really, both articles were a stretch, but that was a stretch and a jump by House Democrats.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to make a few points here. First, that was I've been here a long time. That was just about the best speech I have ever heard. And when he points to our Republican colleagues and says, "You are not him, don't follow him down this path," I was so moved by his speech, and I hope maybe it pierced the hardness that is put in front of so many of our Republican colleagues. Let's hope and pray. If that didn't do it, I don't know what would. I'd make two other points. Once again, the president's lawyers did not touch any of the arguments made by the House managers. Not one. They had two main points. One, the House did a lot of things wrong. I don't think they did. The House managers rebutted all of that, but they can't point to what's wrong with the articles of impeachment. They can't rebut the arguments for witnesses and documents. They can't rebut that the president did something that rises to the level of impeachment. And then the second argument they make is wait for the election, and that stares in the face the obvious comment: if the founding fathers just wanted the election to be the one way to hold presidents accountable, they wouldn't have put impeachment in the Constitution. So the amazing thing, for all the rhetoric of the president's counsels, no rebuttal of the specifics of the articles of impeachment, and no rebuttal of the need for witnesses and documents. So it was an overwhelmingly powerful case made by the House managers, and particularly by Adam Schiff. He moved me. I hope he moved some Republicans. And and we'll have to see what happens.
What would it mean if Democrats vote to acquit President Trump? If some Democrats...
Look, I think each Democrat is going to make up his or her own mind. This is an issue of conscience to everybody.
Senator, did talk about impeachment during the State of the Union address?
That'll be up to him.
Senator, when you consider the election yesterday, are there any Republicans who agree with you? And if not, why are they?
I think in their hearts, a lot of Republicans agree with a whole lot of what Adam Schiff said. And he appealed to them. He said, you're not him. Let's hope not. But this president is a vindictive man. He's a nasty.
All right, today, the First Lady Melania Trump traveled to 2 military bases and a Navy aircraft carrier to meet our troops, thank them for their service this holiday season. Today, during her tour of the USS George H.W. Bush, well, I had the chance to sit down with the First Lady. And why this is important, because while we're enjoying Christmas, many of them won't be with their families. Take a listen. Madam First Lady, thank you so much for doing this. So you said before you came here, and I watched you with all these troops today, you said that this is about our troops, our families who sacrifice daily for our freedoms, our hearts, our prayers, with all of our deployed soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines who will not be home for Christmas. And so you decided to do this trip. Tell me more about that.
Well, I wanted to come and visit military families and also the servicemen and women. It's very important that we support them. Holidays are coming, not many of them. They will be with their families. So for me, it's very important to show them that the president and I and the country, we are behind them.
You know what's amazing? So we're on the USS George H.W. Bush, who recently passed away. They put as many as 5,000 people.
That's how we met with Donald. Immediately or not? I like him. He had a great charm. Fashion party. A big fashion party that my friend organized, a fashion week, and he invited me. That's how we met with Donald.
Did you like him immediately or not?
I like him. He had a great...
Trump. Melania spoke to me from Trump Tower. Okay, where did you meet him?
We met in New York, 1996 in September. We met at the fashion party. It was a big fashion party that my friend organized, a fashion week, and he invited me. That's how we met with Donald.
Did you like him immediately or not?
I like him. He had a great charm, but he arrived with a date.
Oh.
He was very charming and a great mind and great energy. We had connection from the beginning.
And when was the next time you saw him?
We saw each other, I think, around a week, because I had work obligations. I traveled to Caribbean for a photo shoot. So when I came back, I called him and we got together.
So you called him?
Yes.
He didn't call you?
Well, first when we met, I didn't give him my number. He was with the date. So I told him, give me your number and I will call you. I wanted to see what kind of number he would give me. Business, home. If he would give me a business number, I'm not a girl doing business with him. Why he would give me a business number? So he gave me all of them. And when I came back, I said, give me your number, I promise I will call you. And I came back after the photo shoot and I called him.
And so then you went out on a date?
We went on the date and we had a great time.
Where'd you go?
We went to Mumbai, It was a place in New York, downtown, and it was a fun place, and we stayed for quite a long time, and had a great chemistry.
Did you think, well, maybe there's a possibility with this guy? You know, I might want to marry him later, or was that way too soon?
Way too soon. You need to know somebody, you need to spend time with the person, and you don't know yet. It's in such a quick time. You cannot know, oh, I'm marrying a person or not, especially the known person as he was. It's very different when you're dating celebrity or if you're dating somebody unknown.
Well, so it was several years later before you got married.
Yes.
How many years?
We were together before we got married, it was 7 years we know each other.
Do you have a nickname for him?
No.
No nicknames?
No.
Does he have one for you?
No. We don't have nicknames.
So he asked you to marry you. Where were you when he asked you to marry you?
It was a special night. It was a gala in New York. We were both dressed, and he asked me to marry me.
No hesitation?
No, but I knew a little bit that, you know, he might propose sooner or later. So, and it was, you know, of course, no hesitation. We were together for so long. We know each other. We are very compatible. We like the same things. We are very independent. We gave each other space as well. So he does what he wants to do and he loves to do, and I do what I love to do. That was my decision not to go on the campaign, because I said I want to be a parent to my child, and he completely agreed with that. And I said I will be there when I can be there and support him 100% every day, all the time.
You got married down in Florida?
Yes, in Palm Beach, in the church.
And Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and the president was there.
Yes, they were there.
What are your thoughts about that?
Well, now it's different time. That was in 2005, was different time. We were private citizens. He was not running for the office. As he said, he was friends and got along with many, many people. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Have you ever socialized with them besides the wedding with the Clintons? No, no. Any thoughts about if Secretary Clinton is his opponent? Well, now we will see where it's getting into, so we will see. I know my husband is strong, tough, great leader, and he will do what that country needs. So it's going to get probably pretty rugged, I imagine, between the two of them, if they're both the candidates. Yes, we will see. And that's okay with you? That's okay with me. It's nothing personal, it's all business. In New York, 1998. It was a fashion week, September 1998.
The famous fashion week.
The famous fashion week in
Were
New
you
York.
introduced?
Well, no, we were both at the same party, and that's how we met. He came to me.
Away?
I went crazy. I said, I was actually supposed to meet somebody else. And there was this great supermodel sitting next to Melania. And I was supposed to meet the supermodel. And there was a look, there's so-and-so. I said, forget about her. Who's the one on the left? And that was Melania.
You like him right away?
It was a great chemistry and energy. We had, great time. We started to talk, and, it was something was there right away.
And it was a long engagement.
It was.
Why?
Well, we just had a great time, and we didn't worry about it, and, just live lives. And then one day, surprise.
How did the proposal take place?
Well, we were together.
Give it to us.
We were together 5 years. We literally have never had an argument, or forget about the word fight. We never even had an argument. We just are very compatible. We get along. And I just said, you know what, it's time. And it wasn't a big deal. It was almost like it was obvious.
You know what, it's time.
No, I didn't. Without going into too much detail. But it was time, and we just have a very good relationship.
And Melania, by the way, is on the latest cover of Weddings from InStyle magazine. You're the wedding cover. Why?
And she's on the cover of Vogue.
That's right. Was.
That was before. Yeah, that came out before the wedding, a few days before.
Did you want that elaborate a wedding?
Yes, when I started planning, it was a lot of fun. So I loved it. I loved my dress. I had a great time in Paris. I went with my great friend Andre Leontali. He's an amazing man. And we went to Paris for 1 week to the shows, and with Anna Winter, the editor of Vogue.
What was the wedding like?
Fantastic. We had a great time.
I had to work.
Missed you.
I see. I had to
The
work.
only one that wasn't there.
I had to work.
That's true. That's okay.
It was great. It was really, I had a great time planning it. And
Were you nervous?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. I had a great time because we were in
You've never
the
been
relationship.
married, right?
Never been married before. And we were in the relationship for a long time, so
But
I
still,
knew.
that's a grand scene.
It is, but you know, we know what kind of relationship we have, and I don't think I should be scared of anything.
What was a honeymoon like when people have lived together for 5 years?
Well, it was good. You know, we stayed at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach. Somebody said, where are you going for the honeymoon? And our attitude was, why would we leave Palm Beach? We have the most beautiful, you know, they don't call it Palm Beach for no reason. We have the most beautiful palm trees, right? So why are we going to leave our gorgeous, beautiful house called Mar-a-Lago and venture out into some tropical island where things aren't clean or whatever?
Not clean, but people shake hands. Did you feel different when they said man and wife?
No. I felt that it was just so natural. I didn't feel different. And I wasn't very nervous, and she wasn't very nervous. We just knew what we were getting into. It just was time. It was just sort of very easy.
You feel different?
We didn't feel different at all. You know, it was really kind of, you know, sometimes we say like, oh, husband, wife, you know, it's like kind of a jokingly. Yeah, I use the name Trump, yes.
You're proud of it.
I'm proud of it. Yes, I am. And I married a man, and, you know, I'm kind of old-fashioned in that way that, you know, you take the name of the husband.
Did your parents like him?
Yes, they do.
Do you want to parent? Do you want to be a mother?
Yes, we want to have a family. We want to have a baby together.
You have how many children?
I have 4. 4 beautiful children.
And
All
great
good
kids.
children. Yeah.
Successful.
All really good. And they're very successful. All doing well in school. They're all terrific.
How do you feel about fatherhood again?
I like it.
How old are you now?
58.
Young.
It's young compared to you, right?
Yeah, compared to me, I got a 6 and a 5.
I might give you a hand in.
Hey,
I don't
nothing
mind
like
changing.
it.
I'm telling you, there's no problem. She'll be an amazing mother. I have no doubt about that. She'll be an amazing mother.
Have you been back to Slovenia?
I've been in Slovenia 2 years ago.
Did you go?
Yes, I was there about 13 minutes. Oh, it's a beautiful country. I landed, said, hi, Mom, hi, Dad, bye.
Let's show the ring. Can we get a close-up of the ring, and Donald will tell us, as Don Rickles would say, this ring signals ships. You pick it?
Well, I picked it, and it's from Graf Jewelers, who are terrific, and
Oprah's jeweler.
that's true. And I love Oprah. She is terrific. And they're just, you know, it was just a nice...
Did you pick it, or did you go with him?
No, he picked it.
I picked it, but she and I have very similar taste. It's amazing. We have just similar taste.
When we come back, I'm going to ask, you know, he's such a formidable figure, if he's a controlling figure. We'll be right back with the Trumps on this edition of Larry King Live. And don't forget, the final of Apprentice 3, that's right, Third Year Apprentice, is live Thursday night. We'll be right back. We're back with the Trumps, Donald and Melania. RK, is he a control freak?
I don't think he's a control freak. He's perfectionist.
No, that's a slight difference.
It
Does he
is,
make
but-
demands?
I don't think so. Maybe he makes demands in his business because he needs to. You know, he's kind of a general. He needs to, you know, have people in line, but not at home. some of the sort of here. Now,
TV has been